Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some Pokemon that we could potentially be seeing for the new season in Pokemon Go, which is going to be starting in about 11 days. And we don't have any information as to what we're going to be seeing going on here, so should be pretty exciting to see what they have lined up for us. Hopefully it's something fun with newer Pokemon, because they're really pushing this Kanto crap. I get it. They're trying to revamp it up, reimagine Pokemon Go. Hey, older people who used to play, come on back. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for Pokemon that are going to be potentially receiving newer evolutions for this newer generation. Things like Farafrig and the new Dunsparce and that Gambit thing. We're going to look at all that. And then there's going to be some of them that just are the form of current Pokemon that we do have, but it's like another reality. It's like the paradox, okay? If I'm not stating everything correctly as far as that is concerned, then forgive me, okay? I'm a little new to this. But with that said, without any further ado, I'm going to start this video right now. So starting it off with Farafrig here. This is actually going to be an evolution from Girafarig, which is going to be very interesting. I think they'll probably drop this in raids, and then later we'll be able to evolve it, because we do have Shadow Girafarig, so that's a little something. Max combat power 3,233, attack 209, defense 136, and stamina at a big whopping 260. So looking pretty interesting for this here. But when it comes down to the move, let's see what we have going down here. Not everything is going to have moves on here, so we don't have all the moves. For the quick moves, we have tackle, confusion, and double kick. Okay, seems like the same thing as Girafarig, right? Same with the moves. And you have Thunderbolt, Psychic, Mirror Coat, and Psychic Fangs. Now this is subject to change. The moves, the stats are set in stone there. But it comes down to this, you're probably going to want to run Thunderbolt and Mirror Coat, okay? Or Psychic Fangs. Moving it on to the Dunsparce here, it's going to be an evolution from the other one, right? And it's just going to be like picking up a few links in its body, okay? It's going to have a max combat power of 3,096, attack 288, stamina or defense 150, and stamina 268. The moves are going to be Bite, Astonish, and Rollout. Looks like it's going to be the same type of moves as the Dunsparce that we do currently have. But again, all these moves are subject to change, so don't put anything in stone when it comes down to these here. It's going to have Dig, Drill Run, and Rock Slide. You know what? It's getting a little hot to just wear this jacket inside here, you know? I might have to just start wearing my t-shirt or something. I don't know. All right, so we have Kingambit here, which is actually going to be an evolution from Bisharp, okay? So it's going to be Dark and Steel. Max combat power is going to be 4,086, attack 238, defense 203, and stamina 225. It's pretty set, pretty solid Pokemon here. So we may want to look for a good Bisharp, but again, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'm just showing you these, and we may not even get any of these for the next season, but I highly doubt that. I feel like we may get one of these. Quick moves are going to be Metal Claw and Snarl. Charge moves are going to be Dark Pulse, Iron Head, Egg Scissor, and Focus Blast. It's pretty loaded up as far as the moves are concerned here. It's unpopular opinion, I don't really like this design. It's a cool concept, I get it. I know a lot of you probably love it. I'm not going to dog on it, but yeah. What a design I do like is this one. Great Tusk. What the? This is going to be one of Donphan's past forms. So it's ground and fighting. Max combat power, I can't believe this. 4,555, attack 249, defense 209, and stamina 251. So from here on out, these Pokemon are going to be nuts. These stats are incredible. So they do not have any moves listed. Again, I'm not going to go search to see what they do have. We're just going to look at them here. Screamtail, Fairy and Psychic. I love this thing. So we have a Gardevoir style thing. The stats on this one too, for everything here, are incredible. This one is lower combat power, but you're going to see 2,798 attack, a little low 139, but defense at a high 234, and stamina at a whopping 251 like the last Pokemon. So this thing is going to be a highly defensive Pokemon, and should be fun to drop in gyms, all right, as a good gym defender. And then we do have Brute Bonnet. I don't understand where they got that name, but okay. This is going to be a Zarude-esque style with Grass and Dark, and it is going to have a crazy combat power of 4,018, attack 232, stamina or defense 190. I don't know why I keep mixing those up. And then stamina at 244. So another interesting Pokemon with a massive combat power. Now, I know you're seeing these forms here, and if you're like, well, are they going to have the candy exchange for the current form? I think they're going to be their own thing. So we do have Fluttermane. I love this thing. Ghost and Fairy, crazy looking cool, and it's very good. Max combat power 4,100 279, attack 280, that's great. Defense 235, that's fantastic. And then the stamina or defense that I keep mixing them up, and then the stamina at 146. So another amazing Pokemon here with a very high attack, and hopefully they do get a good move set, and you already know how it's going to be. They'll roll it out, then they'll introduce a new move to it, and over time they get better and better, or they can release them great out the gate. What is this? This is like bug and fighting type. Okay, it is going to be sitting at 4,102, attack 261, defense 193, and stamina 198. It's a pretty solid Pokemon here. It's a decent attack, so we'll just have to see how this one does pan out here. Again, I think they'll probably introduce a lot of these through the raids. Okay, simple as that. There's really no way around it. We may even see what is it, an event where they're just gonna bring a lot of these out. Now we have Sandy Shocks. I know it's a Magneton, weird form, electric and ground, combat power 3,868 or 67, attack 144, 200. I can't even speak. 244, defense 195, and stamina 198. Okay, moving on to the next one here. We have the Future Donphan, grounded steel type. I like this design. Actually looks really cool. It has like these 8 bitty eyes. It's going to have a max combat power of 3,869, attack 227, defense 216, and stamina 207. Another pretty solid Pokemon here. Again, it's going to come down to what moves that these things do receive. So it's not like, oh, it's just bad, right? Now we do have Iron Bundles. It's obviously going to be from Delibird here. It's going to be its own Pokemon, Ice and Water type. And it does have that little cannon thing going on there. Again, I'm very unfamiliar with a lot of these. It's going to have a max combat power of 3,808, attack 266, defense 211, and then stamina 148. I am not very interested in this Pokemon whatsoever. I don't like the design. And then I'm going to have to say the same for... this design is cool. I think it's more so the names. Iron Hands. I literally feel like little kids made these names up. All right, so it's going to have a max combat power of 4,649, attack 245, defense 177, and stamina 319. So this one is going to be loaded up pretty good as far as a pretty bulky Pokemon to take hits, as well as dishing out the damage. Almost at a 5,000 combat power. And then we have Iron Jugulis. Okay, this is going to be obviously Hydreigon style, so it's going to be a dark and flying. It's going to have a max combat power of 3,929, attack 249, defense 179, and stamina 214. It's getting real hot out there, boys and girls. I'm loving it. Oh man, it is a beautiful day. All right, and then moving on, we have Iron Moth, which is going to be poison or fire and poison, whatever, however you like to twist it. Obviously, it's going to be from Volcarona. It's going to have a max combat power of 4,346, attack 281, defense 196, and stamina at 190. All right. And moving on to the last one, we have Iron Thorns. Obviously, this is a Tyranitar. It's going to be rock and electric. I say Tyranitar, but it's not going to evolve from it. It's just a new form, unless they do something crazy, which I highly doubt. Max combat power is going to be 2,000 or 4,250, attack 250, defense 200, and stamina 235. That's a pretty loaded Pokemon right there. Absolutely looking great there. So I do believe that is going to wrap it up, folks. So look forward to those. Hopefully we'll see those in the next season. Just wanted to give you a little food for thought. They did announce the next Community Day dates, but not actually a Pokemon. So we'll do a little bit of digging to see what we can find, and I might just talk about that in my next video. Also, I wanted to mention about the cosmog that I did make on my last video. You're going to be able to do research that's going to lead you to get either Solgaleo or Lunala, and that's great. You're going to be able to fuse those, okay? And then also, I do believe there's going to be another pay ticket where you're going to get an extra Cosmog, so you'll be able to have both of those. So it's not going to be as dire as I was making it seem, but I did kind of hint that we probably will see those kind of things going on. So also another thing to note about those is, I'm not 1000% on this, but apparently, like in the main series games, the Necrozma stats are the ones that are going to get picked up when they do fuse. So you may want to just hunt for the best Necrozma possible. And even if you get a horrible Ivy, Lunala, or Solgaleo, or Cosmog, whatever it is, once you evolve it, it doesn't really matter because I think the Necrozma's IVs are the ones that are going to stick. But we don't know yet. Niantic hasn't been specific on those things yet. So we'll just have to see how that does turn out. But hey, there you have it, folks. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Took a couple of days off there, but we're back, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.